Hey, I'm Coach Michael Burt, the Super Coach, back for another episode of Flip the Switch. How to activate the prey drive in you and your team based on a new book, my 17th book that I'm currently writing. I'm actually on fire for this book because I've been away in Chattanooga for the last 3 days, really going deep on this. And I've been studying top people that it was clear that their prey drive was activated at some point. And I'm trying to draw a line between their past, their pain, and their prey drive. Woo, that's good, Jack. Right? I'm trying to draw a line. I'm in this discovery phase about prey drive. I ain't even got to the deep parts of prey drive yet, folks. This book is going to tackle some deep things. Like I was studying King David. King David had a lot of pain. King Solomon had a lot of pain. Screwed up life, screwed up parents. And when you have pain, there's 3 things you do, man. You medicate it. That means you take some kind of drugs or alcohol. You medicate it. You hide from it. Number 2, you motivate it. This would be mine. You work all the time. King Solomon worked all the time. Workaholic. Motivated through his pain. Or you meditate on it. You just sit around and stew on it, man. You just can't wait to get people back. You become revengeful. So Bezos didn't have a relationship with his father. Jobs was adopted. I'm really getting into what activates a person's prey drive. And in the Steve Jobs book, I see this line where it says his primary motivator was to build something that awed other people. He wanted the world to recognize him as a thought leader that created something that changed the game. That was his primary motivator. It was not money. He lived in a house with no furniture, right? He was motivated by creating something remarkable. That was his prey drive activator. So, since I'm coming back off this writing retreat this weekend, and I'm going deeper, and I spent time to myself really studying and reading, and I've come up with these decisions you got to make that are going to be in the book. I also figured out, Jack, why people don't activate their prey drive. 1 is they don't know any better. 2, they don't believe they can do better. Right? There's like things that a reason why would a person not activate their prey drive? Well, the biggest one is exposure. They don't even know what they don't know. 2, they're in bad environments. I can't remember all these off the top of my head. 3, they haven't found their voice in life, so they're in a static position. 4, they've lost hope. There's all these reasons a person never activates their prey drive. They never flip the switch their whole life, man. But there's certain decisions you got to make every day. You got to make a decision to activate your prey drive by 8 a.m. every day. Body, mind, heart, and spirit. You got to make a decision to be interested in your potential. You got to make a decision to activate the prey drive in all 4 parts of your nature. You got to make a decision that the prey drive in one area of life doesn't justify prey drive in another area. For example, King David was a great king and a terrible father. Right? Let his kids screw each other up, didn't address it or deal with it for years. Created a lot of animosity, man. So success in one role doesn't justify failure in another. You got to make a decision to not listen to your feelings. Amateurs listen to their feelings. Professionals do not listen to their feelings. You got to make a decision, a prey drive decision that you're going to go all the way. Not some of the way, not part of the way. That you're really going to set a target and achieve that target. You got to make a decision to lose all your hesitations and considerations that people have. These are big prey drive decisions. You got to make a decision you're going to follow up with a ridiculous prey drive. You're going to sell something every day. You're going to quit making excuses in your life. You're going to become what you're capable of becoming. You got to make a decision to really get exposed and invest the money to get around people who can really help you. These are big prey drive decisions you got to make. And as I'm writing this book, there are so many more revelations that I'm having. So if you're out there and you're like sitting on the fence and you listen to this short podcast, I like to do long-form versions of podcasts. Super Coach is typically 30 minutes. We're about to move into a period where I interview big-time people. I was talking to Rob O'Neill, the Navy SEAL, this morning that shot Osama bin Laden. He and I are looking at doing something together called Navy SEALs, Not Baby SEALs. And I was listening to some David Goggins this weekend, a guy I typically don't listen to. Man, that dude is tough. his prey drive to be somebody because he was nobody, right? Overweight, out of shape, nobody, disappointed himself every day, sprayed for bugs, worked for a company spraying for bugs, and went every night and ate milkshakes and donuts, and then just made a decision by watching a television show. He watched a television show about, I don't know if it was about Navy SEALs or somebody, and he said, man, those dudes are world-class dudes. And he said something, I want to be an uncommon person amongst other uncommon people. It's uncommon to be a Navy SEAL, he said, but once I became a Navy SEAL, there are other Navy SEALs. I want to be even more uncommon than the top Navy SEALs. He went through Hell Week 3 times. So when you think about this, there's key decisions. The word decide means to kill off. It means you can't have a double vision here. You can't have doubt and abundance at the same time. You can't say, I'm going big and play small. I used to coach in the prison system, Jack, and just one woman, I would come in every morning, and I would walk around, and she would say, Coach Burt, she'd say, you can't go big if little got you. And I'm like, you're right. You can't go big if little got you. There's some decisions you got to make, right? When you pick up one end of the stick, you pick up the other end. I've made a decision. I want to be at the top of my game, which means I need the right coaching. I need the right people around me. I need to treat this like it's important work that I'm doing. It's not just a job. It's a mission. You got to make your own decisions, okay? And I was telling my wife today, you got to make decisions to be a better dad, a better husband, a better businessman, a better person, a better human. Every day you got to make these decisions, but there's big key decisions as it relates to prey drive. So I can't wait for this book to come out because I think it's going to be incredible. I'm going to go deep on this concept and much deeper than any of my other books. It's just got more breadth, more depth. It's going to be published by McGraw-Hill. It'll be out in 2022, and I've got a hard deadline on May 1st, so I got to get to writing. This weekend was all about research, man. I didn't write one thing other than notes. I'm going deeper. I'm marinating in the concept, right? I'm ruminating. If you know what that is, then you're paying attention. That's what sheep do when they eat. They ruminate on it. They chew it up and chew it up and chew it up and chew it up and regurgitate it, chew it up. It's kind of gross. But here's the deal. When you go deep on a concept, man, that's what you're doing. So I'm Coach Michael Burt. This is another edition of Flip the Switch, how to activate the prey drive. These are key prey drive decisions you got to make if you're going to play at the next level.
Being coached by Coach is one of the best decisions that I've made. I'm making 3 times more money than I was before working with him.
Coach has this energy that when you leave, you feel like you have just started on the best and newest venture ever.
He broke it down from the A to the Z. Great material, amazing guy. Plan on being here the following year as well.
This guy operates at a whole nother level of greatness. His legacy selling system, $1 million follow-up, and becoming a person of interest systems and methodology has taken me to a whole nother level in my life and in my business.
I find Coach very humble, but he's also very direct. And when he looks at you, he's looking right into your eye, and he believes in what he's doing, and that gives me the confidence to believe in what I need to do.
A coach is to get you to perform and execute at a much higher level, and I'm super excited to have Coach Burt in our business and my life.
I have the utmost respect for Coach because what he gives us, he's walking in his own life, and he makes that transparent to us. So I get chills when I talk about him like I'm getting right now.
Coach not just talks it, he walks it. He lives it, his team lives it, his people here. You feel it when you walk into the room, you can tell. It's organized, it's structured, it's intentional.
Every single time it reactivates my prey drive, makes me want to be just more and more a part of getting that content internalized for myself and also getting that out to my team.
Something magical about being coached by Coach. You know, he looks you in the eye, he tells you maybe not always what you're looking for, but he tells you exactly what you need to hear.
Taught me how to structure my system, taught me how to structure my business, taught me how to sell on my beliefs. And I'm telling you, if you have any reserves, if you're second guessing, should you come and get around Coach, you don't need to think no more. You just need to take actions and trust your instincts, because getting around Coach in this environment and his energy will take your game to that next level, take your thought process to that next level.
flipped the switch. I didn't know what to expect, but it definitely did what it was supposed to. It flipped that switch.
Coach Burt is the real deal.
It's very impactful. You know, he looks you in your eyes and he makes sure he gets his point across.
When he's making a connection to you, the connection is real.
Love the fact that we were all able to come together, learn from one another.
He exceeded my expectations beyond my wildest dreams.
You know, I think there's a gear inside of people that many people have not found. There's a switch that has not been flipped. I'm writing a new book that's going to come out in 2021, and in the interim, we're putting together boot camps to test the ideas. This weekend was my first Flip the Switch boot camp, and it was incredible. The only thing I know to say, it was absolutely incredible. Think of it as success camp. Think of it as 24 hours with me on what I would teach myself if I was 20 years old again. Everything I've learned in 44 years of living. Incredible boot camp. Thank you to all the people that came. I can't wait to do another one. I just finished the Monster Growth Boot Camp at my lodge, and man, was it probably the best boot camp I've ever done. People will tell you, when they get in that room, magic happens.
It's like going to a Bruce Springsteen concert. He gave us more than I was expecting. I went to a concert one time with him, and it was 4 hours long, which was unusual. Coach Burt put his heart and soul into this thing.
It's an amazing experience because he brings so much energy, so much passion, and he always gives 120%.
Being coached by Coach today was fantastic.
Coach Burt has always helped me maximize my potential and go just above and beyond.
Being coached by Coach is one of the best investments that I've made in my life.
Coach is intense, and there's really nothing like being in the room with him.
If you do not know anything about Coach Burt, he's the people's coach.
He gives you the encouragement, super positive. I mean, what's not to like?
The people were hungry, the environment was incredible and electric, the content was so rich and powerful. You see, I spent 2 days breaking down the entire Monster Growth system. How do you activate your prey drive? How do you explain your services in a world-class way? How do you generate leads through a selling system? How do you follow up like crazy? How do you become a person of interest? How do you extract referrals out of your current clients? For 2 days, we broke each part of that methodology down with real-life examples, practical frameworks, exercises for people to do. And people left there, man, on fire. It was incredible. If you get a chance to come to my lodge, spend 2 days with me. Let me break these concepts down. Monster Growth Boot Camp at my lodge, one of the best experiences in my life.